Yo, a lot of y'all street guys, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves for what's going on right now, for what just popped off this past weekend with all these kids. You know, I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news probably since I was like 15, 14 years old. I don't watch the news. I try to stay out the loop of a lot of that stuff because it's just toxic, right? It just destroys my peace. So I avoid a lot. I don't even know what's going on half the time with certain things, maybe to a fault, right? But one thing I'm very clear on is when it gets warm out and when the holiday is popping off, or, you know, people outside the crib more, you know, people start shooting more, right? People start shooting more. That's every year. And it ain't just Chicago just because I live in Chicago. No, this is everywhere, bro. It happens. I get it. You outside more, blood boiling, tensions rise. Understand that. Here's why I say y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You have no code. You have no code to stand on. It's pitiful. Despicable. You know, back in the day, right? And let's make this very clear too. I was never in the streets. I was never moving weight. I was never shooting. Just because I know about it, because a lot of the people I love have been in that lifestyle or are in that lifestyle still, that don't mean that has nothing to do with me. I wasn't doing that stuff, but I know about it, right? And here's one thing I understand. Back in the day, when it came to the streets, there was a code you lived by, all right? Even when it came to beef, there was a code you lived by. You had to adhere to a certain code as a man or a woman who was in this lifestyle, this alternative lifestyle, as we'll call it, right? When it comes to beef, right? Let me tell you what should be off limits. A woman and a child. Yo, if that shooting in a crowd, right? In a crowd, in public, shooting in a crowd where there are children and women present because there's a guy that you're beefing with in that crowd, pitiful. You should be ashamed of yourself. Kids getting knocked off like it's nothing. It was a girl that was, she went to visit one, I think her auntie or her grandma or something for the holiday. She's riding a bike on the sidewalk in a stray. She get hit with a stray. She's like 8 years old or something. Like, bro, on a holiday, bro, with kids around, bro, that's what y'all doing, man. It's the same thing like back in the day, yo. If you got beef with a dude, right, and you see him out in public, if he with his grandma, or if he with his wife, his woman, and his child, you leave that beef alone right now. It ain't the time for beef right now. He's with his family, bro. Even if y'all got a real issue, y'all can address that man to man when it's time to. But right now, there are children and women present. You do not let that beef spill over. It's not the time and not the place, bro. Like, we are supposed to protect the women and the children. Even if you in that lifestyle, you protect the women and the children, bro. Y'all shooting in crowds where there's women and children. Because you mad at one guy that probably said something on a song. Or you mad because he come from a block over from you, so y'all don't see eye to eye. For real, bro? And understand this. I'm going to always be the first to be like, yo, I know that we didn't create these situations firsthand on our own, right? We didn't dump ourselves in the hood. We didn't do the anthrax stuff in the 80s and dump the military grade weapons and crack cocaine in our hoods to make us desperate and make us willing to kill each other to get ahead. We didn't start that, right? I understand. I'm not saying that it's our fault that we got to that point, but it's our responsibility to respond accordingly. And this is Black Lives Matter too. Yo, women and children, bruh. I saw the news, like I just hopped on a little bit. There was like so many kids that died this weekend because of somebody being reckless and shooting around kids. Disgusting, bro. It's disgusting, man. Y'all have no code, like no OGs anymore, right? Half of the OGs probably 16 years old nowadays, right? All the old ones is gone. And for y'all older guys who are still in the streets, like, what is wrong with y'all, yo? Y'all following behind these 13-year-olds. They don't even respect y'all as authority, bro. They don't respect y'all as authority. They look at y'all as peons, bro. They like, yo, you still in this. I mean, we doing the same thing. I'm 13, you 27. They look at you like a bum, dog. They don't respect you like they should. You know, back in the day, OG would sit you down and teach you the game. He'll teach you how to get your product right, how to get ahead, how to do your thing, you know? He'll teach you that when the stakes get high, you know, how to move, how to maneuver, how to watch your back, how to teach you all of that. It's not, and I'm talking about the street lifestyle right now, but this is for everything. When you got guys that you look up to, men of a certain moral code and a certain character, you look up to them because they lead you in the right direction as a young man. Y'all have no respect for no authority. Y'all have no codes. Y'all don't stand on anything of value. It's just beef over who knows what the hell. Kids, bruh. 6, 7, 8 years old, 2 years old, 10 months old, 12 years old, 13 years old. Shorty had dreams, right? She wanted to be a doctor one day. She wanted to be an astronaut. Young man wanted to play ball. Or he wanted to be a lawyer. Or he wanted to own his own clothing line. Y'all snatching him because y'all mad at another guy for probably saying something or messing with your girl or whatever. Who knows what? No code, man. I'm sick of that, yo. That's something I'm always stand on, bro. We supposed to protect the women and the kids, bro. If you're not doing that, pathetic excuse for a man, bro. I don't care what lifestyle you in, yo. I don't care what lifestyle you in, man. Have a code, man. No more kids, bro. No more of that women and kids stuff, bro. No more of that, all right? That's all I got for y'all, man.